This is session 4B of the metaphysical discourse titled Paradise on Earth Can Be Realized Inside of You. Please make sure that you watch session 4A first. Thank you. So then, how do we create paradise on earth? There is only one logical conclusion. To demand that there be paradise on earth outside of me is a fruitless undertaking because, first of all, as we said before, it's not the world's business to create paradise on earth for me. And secondly, as we also said, the world is how I am. It is an expression of me, of my consciousness. If I want to create paradise on earth, I can create it, but not in the outside world. The only logical conclusion is that I create paradise on earth in my own heart, deep inside of me. And how do I do that? One pleasant thought at a time. Establishing paradise on earth is a process. Let's say we interpret an experience in such a way that it creates unpleasant thoughts or feelings in us. That happens only about a dozen times a day. Step 1 of the process. We remind ourselves that, as the Abraham entities say, nothing is as important as that I feel good. Step 2. We practice to become vigilant and to recognize this unpleasant thought and or emotion. Step 3. We realize that we are free to think anything we want, pleasant thoughts or unpleasant thoughts. Step 4. We claim and exercise our freedom and deliberately climb out of the pit of bondage or the captivity or the addiction of unpleasant thoughts and feelings. And how do we do that? One thought at a time. Step 5. We think a thought that is a little bit less unpleasant. Step 6. We think another thought that is again a little bit less unpleasant. Step 7. You guessed it. We think yet another thought that is a little bit less unpleasant. Step 8. We consciously, deliberately, and purposefully repeat this process until we have reached a thought that is pleasant. And then we're out of the mud. We liberated our mind and our heart from bondage. Step 9. We are rewarded by the disappearance of our negative emotion and the emergence of a pleasant sensation. Step 10. Initially, we may have to do this process dozens of times a day. That is our work. We are so picky when it comes to looking good, grooming ourselves just right, wearing the right clothes, eating food that pleases us, driving the right car. Let's just be a little bit picky about the thoughts and feelings we have. I don't think we would ever smear dirt into our faces, our hair, our clothes, our beds. We wouldn't put it on a plate and eat it. But we don't think anything of smearing around dirt in our minds and in our hearts, day in and day out. Seek to establish paradise on earth in your heart. It's the one sure place where you will always find it. Your spirit is the one special realm for paradise on earth to truly exist whenever you want to. And when you establish paradise on earth within yourself, by default, you will become a role model for others. Your influence will go a long way to inspire others to establish paradise on earth within themselves, one thought at a time, one emotion at a time, one day at a time. To purposefully think more and more pleasant thoughts is the capability of a person with an advanced state of consciousness. A person who is not a slave to, but who is obtaining mastery of their thoughts and feelings. A human who is developing liberation from negativity, who is advancing fulfillment, who is gaining freedom. A person who is enlightening, whose light shines forth from within like a lighthouse for others to see in the treacherous currents of a raging sea, in the darkness of night. I hope that I was able to convey to you that there is no outside world independent of you or I as the observers. If you want to establish paradise on earth, you must create it in your heart. Only then will you be a star. If you have any questions at all, if you seek a dialogue, or if you want to participate in my workshops Cultivating Appreciation for Well-Being, please contact me at cultivatingappreciation@gmail.com. And in conclusion, I'd like to read you a beautiful poem. To be a star, you must follow your own path, shine your own light, and not worry about the darkness, for that is when stars shine brightest.